D&D reviews, the reviews that always restart the camera every time we get on here. This is
Ashton.
Peanut Brittle, and I'm Don.
I gets down busy at the same time.
And he does something, but anyway.
Today we are reviewing Hidden Figures.
Hide them figures, yo.
This story is about three strong women in the 1960s.
True events. History. Black power. Without the Panthers.
The great thing about this movie is they didn't really beat you over the head with all of the
flim flam,
racism and
words and all that
ridiculous. It was just, a great movie about the period and the time and about, showcasing the three women.
Yes. It was directed by Theodore Malfoy. I know I'm going to screw that up every time I say it. Mm-hmm. Starring Taraji P. Henson, Octavia Spencer,
right.
and Janelle Monáe.
Janelle Monáe. Ain't that the chick with that? They be wearing the hats or something?
That's the chick that dropped it like it's hot.
I don't know about all that. I don't get that.
Anyway.
The three ladies are playing, of course, Miss Katherine Johnson, Miss Mary Jackson, I think it was, and Dorothy Vaughan. And it's a great story because it actually motivates and it inspires other young women. It doesn't have to be black or whatever. It can be white, whatever, to just pretty much follow your dreams.
Yep. It touched on a lot of stuff, man. All three of them had different obstacles, and they overcame them.
Right.
I mean, you had one. Well, let's start off with Taraji.
Tell me about Taraji.
She was the human computer.
Mm-hmm. Mathematician.
See them big words there. That's that
what?
education. You feel me? She was a mathematician. They pulled her out of what was she working at?
She was working in the NASA had a secret. I guess you could call it a secret group of I guess you could say African American women that were they were good with statistics. They was good with mathematics and stuff. And they were actually the first human computers. So they actually pulled her out of that office in order to go over to the
main office.
Yeah, to work with the space program.
Work with the big heads.
Right.
She was the only
black
woman in the office.
Mm-hmm.
Besides another Caucasian woman, well, she was only the clerk though.
She did something. I'm not sure what she did.
I think she was just his secretary.
Mm-hmm.
But her role was very important to that whole movie. I think even she kind of looked up to her just a little bit because of what she was doing as a woman.
Let's just say she was so good that Kevin Costner's character made her check everybody's computations in the room. And now that lets you know something, because back then they were supposed to be the smartest people like around the United States of America.
Right. And
to have this one young lady be able to actually test their work, of course that was, it was a problem for them.
Not even test their work, test the computer's work.
Right. So, I mean, it was awesome just to see Taraji in that role, even though I thought she was going to pick the other role, which is the more outspoken role played by, what her name, Janelle
Monáe.
Yeah, the girl he likes. So, so the great thing about Miss Katherine Johnson, she actually graduated high school at 14, and I think she graduated college with a bachelor's degree in mathematics at 18. And so, that was actually pretty awesome, especially for that time period. Yeah. This movie, they got, let me make sure I get the statistics right. They got 3 Oscar nominations, and they won 1 SAG award for the casting in a motion picture. It also spent 2 weeks at the top of the box office. So, the movie actually did well above what they thought it was going to actually do. Right. And if you haven't seen this movie, I suggest you actually go see it.
Go see it quick, fast, and hard.
But another thing about Taraji is, it's like I said, just to be able to memorize all of those numbers. I don't know if she had to memorize the numbers or whatever, but in order to act that, she's a great actress because, she can play different characters, She's like really versatile,
right.
In that area. What you think, bro?
Yeah, she kind of did a thing. She was a strong woman.
Right.
She had to run back and forth to the bathroom twice a day.
Right. And I just found out that part didn't actually happen. Miss Johnson said that it didn't actually happen. That's just something they threw in the movie, because they had to have the dramatics and stuff. So,
okay, I'm gonna skip that and jump right into Kevin Costner because they kind of tied in together. I think they became real close friends, but he kind of brought her to the workplace. He was missing her a couple of times a day. He was kind of figuring out where she was and where she was going and what was she doing. Just kind of let her know, hey, we got important things here to do here.
He was on the time constraints.
Yeah, I put my faith in you.
Right.
What are you doing and where are you going? That's when she got upset.
Right. She got pretty heated, you know, because, I mean, think about it. Anybody that would have to run like a half a mile to just go use the bathroom is ridiculous. You know, so that's why I knew that I would do good back in that time period. There would be some problems over there.
And that's when Kevin Costner, he started to look at things. He looked over at the coffee pot and seen the colors.
Right.
He just took the sign off, threw it in the garbage.
Right.
And the next day, he became Negan.
Oh, Jesus. He took a sledgehammer over to the old office she used to work at because that's where she was running back and forth to use the bathroom at. And that was the only colored bathroom in the area. And he took a sledgehammer to that sign. So I thought that was, you know, even though it didn't happen, I thought it was a great cinematic effect for the movie.
Right.
You know. So who's next?
Octavia Spencer.
Yes. Mrs. Fix-It.
She was good with her hands. She knew how to work on vehicles, very mechanical.
Right.
This was the lady trying to get to a managerial position, but the odds was always stacked against her because of her color. It was always, what's her name? Kirsten Dunst.
Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah.
Kirsten Dunst was like, you know, I guess you could say she was the oppressive figure as well, supposed to be the oppressive figure.
Right.
You know, but to me, I mean, I think that she was just trying to do her job, but at the beginning there was a lot of tension there because, you know, Miss Dorothy Vaughan was trying to get to that managerial position, and I don't think the lady that Kirsten Dunst played, you know, actually wanted her to make it to that point.
Right.
But I just thought it was awesome, you know, that let's get to the part about the book. Okay, let's get to the part
Let's talk about this book.
Okay, first of all, IBM brought in a new computer system that actually supposed to
She didn't get the book from IBM, man.
Yeah, but you got to talk about IBM because that new computer system, the engineers didn't even know how to work the computer system.
Pay attention.
So Mrs. Dorothy Vaughan, what she did was she actually was sneaking in at night, getting the manual and actually reading the manual and actually doing the work. And she was the one that got the IBM system to work.
It didn't start like that.
Actually, it did start like that. And then, you know, one day she went home and she went to the library to borrow a book.
She borrowed the book?
She borrowed a book. She borrowed a book. They didn't want her to borrow a book because of the racism and stuff. They didn't even want her in the library. So, you know,
hey,
she borrowed the book.
Guess what? Just because you pay taxes.
She borrowed that book.
Hey, I understand what she had to do, but...
Because think about it. Wouldn't you do the same thing?
I mean, if I had to learn something, yeah. But I wouldn't tell somebody because I pay taxes.
She got that book. She got on that bus in the back of the bus because that's where we all rode back then. And
he rode in the back.
but she actually learned the whole system. But and what she did was she took that information and she taught the women that was in the computations department.
Yeah. And once she got to a certain point and she started to work the computer, they tried to give her a position. And that would cause her to leave everybody else behind.
Right.
But Octavia Spencer didn't want to leave. She wanted to bring everybody with her. So that was like a real good part. That was a real good thing on her part because not too many people do that nowadays. Like nowadays, is everybody out for themselves. So
yeah,
that's pretty much how it is. But we're gonna jump on Janelle Monáe.
Janelle Monáe. Who did she play in the movie, sir?
She was an engineer.
Right, but
engineer.
Right.
She what'd she do?
She was actually an engineer in the movie. She played Miss Mary Jackson in the movie.
Maybe.
I would suggest y'all go to Google and look up Miss Mary Jackson because she did some awesome things. She was the first black female engineer in NASA.
Yeah.
She actually, as a matter of fact, she was also involved in the community. If you look her up, they say that she was involved in the community. I think, and it was a Girl Scout leader or something like that also. But in the movie, she was trying to get into the engineering program.
Right.
And they wouldn't allow her because in the movie she said she had 2 strikes against us. First of all, she was black, and she was female that was African American or black. So that was the 2 strikes against her, you know. So they didn't really want her to be in the engineering program.
Yeah.
And there was only one school.
she kind of got motivated into doing it by I think he was her boss or something. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
he
her
was
boss, right.
He kind of sat back and told her, hey, you're too intelligent to be doing this right here.
Right.
You kind of know more than what I know at the moment,
Mm-hmm.
and I have the education you don't. So why don't you put in to do this?
Right.
Kirsten Dunst came back and told her that you don't have the education. Not only that you don't have the education, but you're black.
Mm-hmm.
So Janelle, she got to complain, and that's when they started drinking that juice.
What juice was that? What kind of juice was
I don't know, man. They ain't let me taste it.
Sweet. Help me, Lord. Help me.
Scissor.
Help me.
But anyway,
What did you rate the movie, man?
we gotta finish Janelle Monáe. Man.
Oh, well, keep talking about her. Go ahead.
Man, what's wrong with this guy?
I just
man?
want to make sure that we get it all in. You talking about scissor?
I was anyway. Octavia Spencer kind of tell you, hey, don't complain about it. Just do something about it. Take it to court or something. What she did, she got to the court. She got to talking to the judge, telling the judge, you were the first to do everything under the sun, right? And then after doing everything under the sun, let's do one more thing under the sun. And that's not, but anyway, yes, sir. Yes, sir, I'm that guy.
Anyway, she pretty much persuaded the judge that she needed to be the first person to actually go to this school because the school was African Americans wasn't allowed to go to this engineering school, and the judge actually saw that what she was saying was true, and what he did was he granted her permission to go to the school only at night though.
Yeah.
And so she received it, and she actually got her engineering degree, which is awesome because it opened the way for her whole career because she was in NASA for like a long time, for like a while.
Yeah. What you rate this movie, man?
I rate this movie 9.5.
Why can't you just give it a 10? You know you round it up.
Well, like I
Every
said,
time,
I'll let you.
Every time I round, like every time I say 8 point this, I say, why didn't you just say
I can't
9?
rate it I gave it a 9.5. I can't give it a 10 because there's so many people in this movie that needed to be hashed out and they really didn't do. I mean, Kirsten Dunst, even though I'm quite sure she was, I don't think she was an imaginary person, but her character could have came out more. All the three ladies, I mean, it's so much more like in history that these women done, what they did. And I felt like their history a little bit more should have been, it should have been explored, man.
I guess.
All three women were a member of the Alpha Kappa Alpha fraternity?
Beta Phi Mu.
Sorority,
Beta Phi Mu.
No, they should have been, help me, Lord. I think there's a lot more things they could have explored. What'd you give it?
I give it a 10, man. I give it a 10 because it was based off history. It was very inspirational. It let people know that impossibility is endless when you put your mind to it. They always had a push. They never stopped going for what they wanted. That's the 10 all day.
Okay. Well, let us know what you rate this. And let us know if you think it was a 10 or, what do you think? I think the cinematographics were awesome. I think that, the time period was really framed real nice. I think the struggle that they were going with was actually in the movie, and I like the fact that they didn't, like I said, beat the race card over the head.
Right.
I also like the part where they actually got a chance to meet the astronaut, and he was actually really grateful for, just talking to the lady.
Yeah, he shook their hand. They
Right.
didn't want him to shake their hand.
Right.
He said, no, I'm going to go over here and meet these ladies.
Right. I mean, I wish we could get more in depth into this, but we're actually on the time frame.
Yeah.
But
time frame.
this one was a really good movie, and we really suggest it's highly rated, for you guys to go see.
You guys, not us. We already seen it, okay? Get that out your head. But anyway, give us a thumbs up. Click that button. Say ding. And it's gonna light up a certain color.
Tell this guy what y'all really think about this guy.
You do that. Tell me you love me and no one else, okay? Don't let me get back on here.
He's on
and you
that
saying
conference
something.
right now.
What?
What's that dude, Juicy Fruit? That was down there. He gonna get you.
Juicy fruit.
Juicy Fruit.
Alright, man, we about to wrap this up.
That dude,
This
Juicy
is
Fruit.
A&D
You thought you
Reviews,
was so cute.
and I am out.
Why you going, man? Juicy Fruit gonna chase you. I'm out.